boy.
That was exactly my thought. Is that we're going to need, I don't know what we're going to need to get through this. It will make the nomination and confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh just look like child's play.
Oh, boy. You hear people saying that he's not allowed to do this in an election year, or it's tradition, you don't. What's the stand on that? He has the right to pick a nominee.
Absolutely, he sure does. There's nothing in the law that would prevent this. Now, there are reports out there and lawmakers talking about it being the late Justice Ginsburg's dying wish that the next president, whomever it is, choose her successor. But Democrats are seizing on the nomination of Merrick Garland in 2016, a full 10 months away from the election, when at that time Republicans held that up, saying it's an election year. If you go back in history, there is, at least in recent history, there are examples of times when it was close to an election. Certainly, you look back at even though President William Taft in 1912, he nominated what then became Supreme Court Justice Pitney to succeed John Marshall Harlan. He died on October 14th, 1911. The Republican-controlled Senate then confirmed Pitney, but that wasn't until March 18th of 1912. So there have been times when it is very, very close to an election. It's not illegal. It's easy for the Democrats to say hypocrisy, okay? But then again, you look at Republican Senator Ted Cruz, who said, well, maybe the Supreme Court could play a role if the election's really, really tight as to who will be the next president. Then, wow. The stakes could not be higher. And you start going to the I word. It just is almost unimaginable. But it's being floated out there. We need to keep an eye on it. Will they go forward? If Democrats are able to persuade two more Republicans to block a nomination, then I don't think they would move forward with anything like that. It's just too divisive. It is so close to election. What are we, 52 days away now?
Yes.
Unimaginable that could be going on. But then again, everything's unimaginable in 2020.
Of course, I saw that about the I word, too. All right, this is going to be fun. Fox's Rachel Sutherland, thanks for that. Always great to have you on. You have a great Monday. We'll talk soon.
You too.
This is the News Radio 920. Beneath your joining forces to... Yes. I have the friend...
Your med school?
Gotta take a little time.
guess there is a frost advisory in effect, so I guess we're at that time of year. But tomorrow it'll be a high of 69, and Wednesday high of 76. So it's not entirely dire, but it will be cold. So if you got some plans to cover up, might be good to do that now. Coming up next, Aaron Copeland. It's 6:53. Classical Radio Boston is 99.5 WCRV, WCRV HD1 Lowell, Boston. Also on WGBH HD2 Boston, WCAI HD2 Woods Hole, Martha's Vineyard, WJMF HD1 Smithfield, Providence, a service of Bryant University, the character of success, and at classicalwcrv.org. Leonard Slatkin leading the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra here with Our Town by Aaron Copeland.